Hello there, it's Linda here from Just For Tummies. Have you heard of the term dustbin diagnosis? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it's when a symptom or a collection of symptoms is regarded by a doctor as not being a real disease. So nothing illustrates this more than irritable bowel syndrome or IBS. Many years ago, when I sat on the all-party parliamentary group for fibromyalgia was very much considered a dustbin diagnosis. But now it is classified as an actual disease. So, and I think with doctors, I can kind of sympathise with them in a way when it comes to IBS, because when you go to see your GP presenting with certain symptoms like constipation, diarrhoea, or altered bowel movement, bloating, painful trapped gas, maybe acid reflux and heartburn, then your GP should do a series of tests to eliminate things like celiac disease, ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, bowel cancer, if you're a woman, gynecological disorders and gynecological cancers. But when all of these have been eliminated and all the tests have come back negative, your doctor doesn't know what to do with you, really. It's frustrating for them. So all they can do is prescribe drugs, maybe recommend the FODMAP diet. Maybe if you're very lucky, because they are as rare as hen's teeth, get a referral to an NHS dietitian or nutritional therapist. But very often, people who are suffering with IBS are just left to their own devices. So that's what a dustbin diagnosis means when it comes certainly to IBS, and IBS can be classified as a dustbin diagnosis because when GPs have done all of their tests and they've all come back negative, they don't know what to do with you. They don't look into things. So if someone contacted me and they've been diagnosed with IBS, well, I want to know what specifically are their IBS symptoms, because there are different classifications of IBS. IBS-C, constipation predominant, IBS-D, diarrhea predominant, IBS-M, mixed, so that's a very confused bowel, constipation and diarrhea, and IBS-PI, the PI standing for post-infectious diarrhea. So that's IBS that's developed after a case of food poisoning, a bacterial gut infection, or even a virus like norovirus, where one of the symptoms has been rapid transit diarrhea for a few days. So for me, being a natural health practitioner who specialises in digestive and gut health issues, including IBS, I ask a few questions, certainly antibiotic history, certainly have there been any issues with food poisoning or viruses like norovirus. When it comes to food intolerances do not cause IBS. Okay, it's the IBS that's causing the food intolerances. It's the state of the digestive system, the gut in particular, that is causing your intolerance to whatever food it is. And I'm sure at one time you could have eaten bread fine, you could have eaten dairy with no bloating, no smelly gas, but you've suddenly developed these food intolerances, and that's because your gut, your stomach maybe as well with stomach acid, but your gut is completely out of balance in terms of the bacteria in there that are required to properly digest that food. Maybe you've had antibiotics and the antibiotics have wiped out the species of bacteria or much of the species of bacteria that is involved in properly digesting gluten or dairy, for example. So anyway, you see, it's not quite as simple as it seems. And if you have IBS, and if you've been through the NHS, you've had all the tests that they can do for you, and they've eliminated that it's nothing sinister causing the symptoms, then the best thing for you to do is seek the advice of a complementary health practitioner who specialises in IBS, go on their website, read some of their reviews, go on our website, look at our 5-star Google reviews, look at what people say about us and how we've helped people reduce and in some cases completely resolve their IBS symptoms. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for listening. Bye.